This topic is all about algebraic fractions. I'll go through the few different questions you may be asked. First of all, you may be asked to simplify. With fractions, you always factorise first. When you're going to factorise, make sure you go through your 5 stages. Common numbers, common letters, difference of 2 squares, easy quadratics and harder quadratics. When you're simplifying, after you have factorised, you want to try to cancel top and bottom if you can. This here example, no common numbers, but x squared is common. Bring x squared out, leaves you with x minus 2. Bottom line is difference of 2 squares, x minus 2, x plus 2. They cancel off, giving you x squared over x plus 2. Next example I have here, let's look at the top line first of all. No common numbers, no common letters, but not the difference of 2 squares is an easy quadratic. What multiplies to give minus 6 and adds to give minus 5. Well, it's minus 6 and 1. Minus 6 times 1 is minus 6. Minus 6 add 1 gives you minus 5. Now let's consider the bottom line. The problem with the bottom line at the minute is you have got a third x minus 2. If you write that, if you see that in your heads as x over 3 minus 2 over 1, and then you make the bottoms the same by multiplying it by 3, so x over 3 minus 6 over 3. Now the bottoms are the same, you can subtract the tops. So x minus 6 over 3, that's the bottom line sorted out. So you've got the top, divide it by the bottom. To divide by fractions, you simply turn them upside down and multiply. Those two factors cancel off, leaving you with 3 upon x plus 2. When you're working with fractions, you could be asked to add or subtract. These are generally harder than multiplying or dividing. So when you're adding or subtracting, it's the same rules. Factorise first, you need to make the bottoms the same. Now if you look at this wee one here, a over b minus 1. See that as 1 over 1? Then you want to make the bottoms the same. They both become b. So times that by b and times the top by b. So the top line becomes a minus b over b. And you leave it at that. Example 2, factorise the bottom first. So what multiplies to give 2 and adds to give 3, 2 and 1 obviously. And over here what multiplies to give 4 and adds to give 4, 2 and 2. So once you have got them factorised, you want to make sure you've got all the factors included in your bottom line. So you've got x plus 2, x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 2. Because you've got double x plus 2's here, you must have double x plus 2's overall. So x plus 2 times x plus 1. You don't need to repeat that one. Once you've got your bottom line sorted out, you check with the original fractions to see what is different. If you compare this fraction to this one, you will see there's an extra x plus 2. So you must put an extra x plus 2 in the top. If you compare this bottom to this denominator, the difference is the x plus 1. So it must go on top as well. Once you have the bottoms the same, just simplify out the tops. 3x add 6 minus 2x, take away 2, simplifies to give you x plus 4. Multiplying. Factorise first and then cancel terms. And if you look at this one, this is one of the special cases. It's not the difference of 2, it's no common numbers, no common letters, not the difference of 2 squares. That actually is an easy quadratic. What multiplies to give x squared? X and x. What multiplies to give y? Y and y. And if you imagine multiplying these out, you would get x squared plus xy plus xy plus y squared. And the two middle terms add to give you your 2xy. The other one that looks like that is this one. And that factorises as x minus y, x minus y. So you just bear those wee ones in mind. So that's that top line sorted. 2 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and that's x minus y. Nothing cancels here except for the 2 and the 4. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice, leaving you with 2 x plus y squared over x minus y. And that's your adding and subtracting ones. Oh, sorry, that's your multiplying ones. Dividing next. Factorise first. Turn the fraction after the division sign upside down and multiply. So we'll do this all in one go here. Take each bit in turn. Difference of 2 squares, 2x minus 5, 2x plus 5 over. Common number, 2, 2x minus 5. Now I turned it upside down at this stage and multiplied, so it becomes 8 over 2x plus 5. And we can cancel 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5, 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5, 8 over 2 gives you 4. Long division. It should be pretty straightforward at this stage now. write it out properly with the top line in here and the divisor here. X squared into that goes 2x squared times. So your 2x squared goes up the top, and then you multiply each of these terms by 2x squared. So it becomes 2x4, 2x3, minus 4x squared. Draw your line, subtract. The first two terms should always go. That should always cancel off. 3x cubed minus 2x cubed is 1x cubed, minus 2x squared minus comes plus. So minus 2 plus 4 is 2x squared. 4x minus 6. Then you look at your lead, what I would call the lead numbers. X squared into x cubed goes x times. It goes on top, and you multiply each bit of the divisor by x. So that becomes x cubed plus x squared minus 2x. Draw your line, subtract. Gone. 1x squared. 4 minus comes plus. 4 plus 2, 6x minus 6. And then you just check your lead numbers again. X squared into x squared goes once. So plus 1 on the top. 1 times that. Just leaves it as the same. Subtract. Gone. 5x minus 6. Add 2 is minus 4. And when you're writing out properly, you're supposed to have the top line, that's the number of times it goes in, plus the remainder over the divisor. That question is pretty straightforward. Just make sure you'll be able to recognise if it's given in a different form. Find BC where x4 plus 2 over x squared minus 1 equals this. That is a division. So you go over to the side, x4 plus 2 divided by x squared minus 1. Sometimes it's a good idea to put that plus 2 over the side to give yourself a wee bit of room, but you don't have to. So x squared into x4 goes x squared times, and then times these both by x squared, giving you x4 minus x squared. You can see if I left myself a little bit of room here, you would say, when I'm doing my subtraction, x4 minus x4 is gone. Nothing. Minus x squared becomes plus x squared. 2 take away nothing is just 2. X squared into x squared goes once, and then 1 times each of these gives you x squared minus 1. Draw your line, subtract, gives you a remainder of 3. So that can be written as x squared plus 1 plus 3 over x squared minus 2. Now if you compare that to the initial question, x squared, b is 1, c is 3. That's straightforward. Having a look here at a question that came up in June 2013. So no factorising for the top line. Bottom line is an easy quadratic. What multiplies to give 12 and adds to give 1. So it's x plus 4x minus 3. And no factorising there. So we'll write that out. 3x add 5 over x plus 4, x minus 3 minus 2 over x minus 3. You want the bottom lines to look the same, so you have to include all the factors. X plus 4, x minus 3. No change on that one. You have to multiply this one by x plus 4. Tidy up the top line. 3x minus 2x is 1x. 5 minus 8 is minus 3. X plus 4, x minus 3. Just make sure when you're cancelling off here at the very end that you leave the 1 on the top line. For this next question, I've gone back to before the syllabus changed just to get a fresh question. So we look at question 2. This is from 2006. So it's 2x squared plus 3x over 2x plus 3 x minus 2 minus 6x squared minus x minus 2. So just start the same way, factorise the top line. So it's x upon 2x add 3, and write your bottom line out of this side. It's an easy quadratic. X minus 2, x plus 1. And multiply to give minus 2 and adds to give minus 1. Before you go into this question simplifies down to make it a little bit easier. So it's x over x minus 2 minus 6 over x minus 2 x plus 1. So now choose your factors for the bottom. X minus 2 x plus 1. Need an extra x plus 1 up here, and no change there. So times at the top, x squared plus x minus 6 over x minus 2 x plus 1. Can you factorise the top to simplify down at the end? What multiplies to give 6 and adds to give x? It's 3 and minus 2. X minus 2, x plus 1. Cancel, giving you x plus 3, x plus 1.